Hey everyone, this is Max. Welcome back, and today we will discuss the very popular topic and the question you have: how to start online casino in 2026. Since we've last created this video, it already it's like it was 2 years ago, and a lot of things have changed, and we will discuss what is necessary today to start online casino. So with over 500 licenses issued, we've seen successes, we've seen failures, we've seen a lot of successes, and they have all the similar patterns. As many say, success leaves clues. So you have to follow these clues, and we will discuss this today on this video: how to not to make costly mistakes, how to save hundreds of thousands euro, and how to make your first steps in online casino business. So the first and the most important step, I believe, is to have the honor, therefore yourself, and you have to be bold, dedicated, and educated. Unfortunately, without these characteristics, nothing is possible, and you will not have time to double guess yourself, to judge yourself, to listen to other people's opinion, to listen to your mom and dad and other family members, whether you have to start or you don't have to start. If you decide to move on, you have to move on and never look back. And this is the most important part, I believe, before we proceed to everything else. The reason is because in this really competitive landscape of online casinos, you have to be focused, make decisions really fast, and how to move in an environment that is always changing. Today, your payment system providers work. In 1 week, they may fail. You have to integrate everything fast. You have to be able to make decisions fast and pay for the integrations and all the other aspects of the business. So you have to be bold, you have to be educated, and you have to be determined. All right, so what has changed during the past 2-3 years? Everything, literally. Licenses have changed. 3 years ago, I was recording videos about the Curacao licenses, and 2 licenses you had back then was the Curacao license and the Kanawagi license. Licensing landscape has changed completely. Today we have the Anjouan license, the Tabik license, Kanawagi license. Curacao is not the most popular license anymore. We will discuss this a little bit later and also in future videos. That's the first thing. The second part is that platforms have changed. 3 years ago, it was way less platforms to begin with. Today, we have 50-60 platforms releasing every year, which is just, huge marketplace to choose from. So it's much easier to make a mistake, but at the same time, there is much more things to choose from, and we will discuss the platforms as well. Regulations have changed. Many countries became regulated. They've invented online casino laws and regulations, and of course all the players not ready to the changes, they were vanished from the markets, and the ones who adopted, they continue, and they are doing very well. So all these things have changed, and the first thing that we will start with is of course the licensing. Before you start, you have to understand how the licensing and corporate structure will work for you, how your business will work for you. Licensing is just a small part of your business. This is not the goal of this entire thing. Licensing helps you to cash flow, and your business must cash flow. This is the blood of your business. I mean, the cash and the flow. Understanding how you will accept money from your players, what payment system providers you will connect, whether you can connect payment system providers for your current markets. We help with all of that. Besides licensing process, we do help with the structuring of the companies. We do have payment system providers to introduce you to. We understand who they work with. Do they work only with developed businesses that grow, or they also work with startups? This is another pain of the startup, right? To choose payment system provider that would work with you, because guess what? They will spend tons of hours, they will spend tons of money on your business trying to integrate and configure and test all the payment methods, and here you are, you don't even have time to launch, you make a couple mistakes here and there, and you fail. Of course, it's a big pain for them, so many payment system providers, they actually choose very carefully who to work with. So the licensing. With the licensing, well, the most popular license right now is the Anjouan license with over 1,300 companies companies already that have obtained this license. Curacao, however, is left just with less than 300, and it continues to, fail all over the place. CGA just resigned. The CGA entire board of directors resigned. Minister of Finance, the person who was in charge of this GCB and CGA Curacao new regulation, also resigned, and this future of the Curacao license doesn't look too shiny and bright. The reason is also because it's costly, it's really complicated, there is a lot of bureaucracy, it takes 6 to 8 months to get the license, probably not now. As I said, everyone resigned, so we don't know actually what will happen right now. But all this was the reason why many businesses voted with their wallets and decided to go to the Anjouan. So everyone shifted. Another license is the Tabic. Tabic is also very popular and growing license with over 150 licensees already. Which one to choose? Depends on your business model, depends on your markets, depends on your budget. All these things matter. Also depends how you view things. Do you need more kind of a regulation, or you want to move in a more easy environment where you get the license and forget about it? So depending on what kind of a payment system providers you need, what software providers you may require, we discuss all of it. So when someone reaches out, we have a call, we discuss all of these things just so you see everything from the bottom up, from A to Z, and then you continue moving towards your goal. So let's get back to your education. The most important part about the education is to set your expectations right. If you believe that you can start a successful online casino business in 1 month and start making millions and millions and millions, it means that you do not see things properly. You don't have a proper foundation. So setting your expectations correctly is important. Otherwise, you will be fighting with invisible enemies all the time, trying to achieve something that is unachievable. So 3-4 months is exactly the expectation that you should have. If someone tells you that you can start tomorrow or in a week, you can start with 5,000, 10,000, you don't need a license, you don't need anything, probably they're not very honest with you. Probably something else is going on. Business people that are in this business for a long time, they understand the timings. They set timings properly. They understand that failures may happen all over the place, that it's a lot of integrations going on at the same time with third-party providers, that it's a platform that also takes time to set up, and it's not your team, it's the third parties that, sometimes waste your time, sometimes take longer, and you have to account for all of these steps. So setting your expectations right is the most important part. 3-4 months before you go live with the fastest license you can get, the Anjouan license. If we decide to choose any other license, like whether that's the Isle of Man or the Curacao, then it goes further. So now you're looking at 12 months probably period when you're gonna start. If you are completely sure that you will get the license, if your documents are complete. So that's why the first consultation is very important. So after the licensing, the platform choice. Platform will become your main partner. This is something you cannot change or something that will cost you a fortune to change. So imagine if you choose the wrong platform. The wrong platform means you have either wrong people in the platform or you have the wrong technology. So if you have the wrong technology and, for example, you need a loyalty system. So you are going to target the market where all your competitors, they have the loyalty system and you don't. So guess what? People will never stick to your platform because they are already on the level where they need all these features, they need all these quirks and benefits, right? So having the right platform, the right tech is important. Scalable platform. Sometimes platforms, they cannot scale. So in the beginning, it looks very nice when it sits on a shelf in a box and you are happy with design and everything and you test things out maybe with your team of 10 to 15 people. And then when you start driving traffic and thousands of people start reaching and registering on your website, things may go sideways and you just spend hundreds of thousands on traffic and you did not convert all these things well. So the platform, of course, is also the people. People create technology, people are working on your product, and you need the platform that works with you 24/7, literally. We record this video on Saturday. It's Saturday today. So we are setting 2 online casinos at the same moment. The platform is working right now, even though it's a weekend. So you want to have people that are accountable, that wish the success for you and themselves, because remember, the platform will receive the revenue share from your revenue. You don't want all the 9-5ers, the people that come at 9, leave at 5, and that you cannot, reach to on the weekend. You want your platform to work with you. You want them to be fully invested in your business. You want to see that and you want to feel that. So that's what the platform should be like. So we also help with the platforms. That's, an experience with over 500 clients that we have. Of course, many of are successful. So we recommend platforms we believe do the work properly. So you don't have to spend, hundreds of thousands just testing things for yourself, but you can reach out, you can check 3-4 platforms that we recommend and move on with the right choice. Step number 3, after the platform, all the integrations, tools that you may need. What are the tools? CRM, risk management systems, player monitoring systems, the analytics, payments integration, like gateway integration. All these integrations take time. That's why it's important to check with the platform all the integration that they have, because good platforms, they keep integrating things all the time. They never stop. They see the new gateway that is rising and shining, they integrate that gateway. They see the new games, they update their aggregation services, they integrate new games just so you have a better offering. So it's important to check what kind of CRM tools you're gonna have. Is it just the Fast Track, Optimove, Solidix, where there are some cheaper solutions available as well for your business, like Customer.io and all these things. Okay, for the risk management, is there a system for the risk management, or you have to hire an expert, a risk management expert, and he will be the one, following all the players and learning the patterns. And today in 2005, with this offering and with so many bonuses and, features and loyalty systems, having a risk management without the tools is still risky. People, they sometimes get sneaky. Your players, they know how to play the game. They know how to play you. They are experienced gamers and they probably, cheated in dozens of online casinos. So still having something like a machine learning tools is very important. So checking whether platform has those integrations is a must-have. Analytics, of course, it's important. So all your departments should have analytic tools, and you should have some sort of a professional analytics tools besides the tools that the platform provides you, besides the dashboard and all the numbers and revenues and GGRs. You want to learn how to track the patterns. You want to have the predictive analytics to understand how to act tomorrow or in a week or during the Christmas time, what to expect and what the conversion looks like and how it will look like a month, 2, 3 months from now. So all these tools must be integrated, and if they don't, then it will take time and money and effort to integrate those things. And it can take additional 2, 3 months, 4 months with very difficult integrations like CRM integrations. It can take half a year. So if a platform promises you something, well, we don't have this integration, but it will take us a couple of weeks to integrate. You have to be very smart and to check whether that's true or not. Number 4, this is the payments and banking. You have to have reliable solutions that will work with you and that will not cheat you. This is the bloodline of your business. So once you start making money, payment system providers are truly the ones that are responsible for cashing in and cashing out. And sometimes it's really difficult to find reliable payment system providers, especially for some markets. There are markets where it's really difficult and you can find something very good only through connections. So it took me once takes 6 months to have the meeting with payment system providers for one of the countries, and I was persuading them for 6 months because guess what? They don't need me, they don't need you, they don't need startups. They're working with the biggest brands like Steak and Rubet and all these guys. So they are fine. They have a dozen of clients, they feel good, they don't want anyone else. On the other hand, it's also very important to find the payment system providers that work with startups and that will not cheat you. So if you go to any expo, if you go to the conference, you will have so many payment system provider. Every second exhibitor, they also are the payment system provider. Like literally, the guy may sell, let's say, some risk management tools, and he may have also the business cards of payment system provider that also he runs. So what are they doing? They are reselling things. They're basically white labeling stuff. They are not responsible for technology. They do not own anything. They just are responsible for the onboarding, and they put their margin on top. There is nothing bad about this. There are markets where you have to go through resellers because, the big payment system providers will not work with you, and resellers, they actually may onboard you and offer you the same service. A little bit more expensive, but the same. But you have to know who you work with this way or another. There are many cases where payment system providers, they, work with you, and then, when you make 500,000, 700,000 and you want to settle a payment, they literally lock your account and they put some sort of a compliance requirements that are unachievable. So they're taking your money in a legal way, or probably not too legal way, in their pocket, right? So payment system providers, you cannot go with PayPal or Wise or, whatever, Stripe or all these payment system providers. They do not work with high risk businesses from their perspective, high risk, such as gambling. So you have to go with specific solutions for your market. You have to have reliable solutions for your market, and you have to think long term. Because if payment system providers fail, then you may lose your money, or if you don't lose your money, you still have to integrate new ones, which takes time and money as well. All right, step number 5 is to be clear about the traffic and conversion. So what is your online casino when you have everything but you don't have traffic, you don't have players? This is just a website that is expensive. You spend a lot of money and energy to set things up, and now you have an expensive website in front of you no one is using. So figuring the traffic and conversion elements is of the utmost importance. So you have to know affiliates, you have to know influencers, you have to know what the media buying teams do. Maybe you have to consider building your media buying team. Of course, depends on the budget and the people and the experts you can hire at this moment of time, because experts are not free. Experts are not free in terms of, they cost money, and also it's not easy to find them because all the good experts, they are already busy with the projects. So the traffic itself is not the most complicated thing. This is the, of course, important thing, and you can find traffic everywhere. You can find affiliates, influencers. They go to all the conferences, they go to ICE, they go to Sigma, they go to SBC, and all these conferences, they drive affiliates in just so they can meet new online casinos, learn about new offers, and where you can meet them. Normally, they have different badges, so sometimes, if I'm an exhibitor, my badge is blue, but if I'm an affiliate, my badge can be red. So if I'm an affiliate, you can see me from, a long distance. And I had an affiliate badge one time as well, so I was wearing that. So guess what? People were just basically targeting me from like 10, 15 meters away and coming to me and giving me the business cards, of course, to reach out and to discuss. Also, as a business owner, I wear the exhibitor badge. And also affiliates come and they say, listen, man, let's discuss the business. We have the traffic. Let's discuss the offers. What markets do you target? So all these things are important. So it's either you do this yourself and you focus on the most important part of your business, which is the customer acquisition, or you hire someone. You can hire head of affiliate. You can hire affiliate managers. You can hire the CMO responsible for this part of the business. Depends on your vision, depends on your budget, depends on the stage of your business. So we have a hands-on approach on the business as we run online casinos. So it's not just about the theory, it's about the practice. Of course, we try to connect affiliates and business owners with affiliates depending on the market. And many business people that we work with, they get this help from us, which is also for free, as there is no reason to keep them for myself or for someone else. Affiliates also change all the time. Of course, serious affiliates are on the markets for 10 years, 20 years. They have huge businesses and they are making millions. So to become, a friend of such affiliates, to become part of their business, you would probably have to spend some time in networking and to do some effort for that. But to start the business, you normally start with smaller affiliates. Affiliates that are also hungry and that they want to grow with you. The only thing, of course, they are afraid of is that you're gonna cheat them. So it's either you're gonna cheat them or you are not professional enough to reconvert the traffic to increase the lifetime value of your customer. So this is something that you have to take care of, and we are giving all the best advices for you so that problem is solved. All right, let's move to the people, your brains and heads of your business. Surely enough, you want to be the boss. Okay, you are the boss, but who will be responsible for the acquisition, for the loyalty and bonuses, for payments, for the CRM, for all these things? It's literally very, very, very complicated to run this business alone. And even though there are some people that start this business alone and succeed, sometimes to a certain level, well, normally that's not the case. Like, you have to be very focused and efficient to get all of these things right and to understand all these things and to become an expert in all these things. So hiring such experts is also very important. So where to get these people on the market? Of course, you can go and meet yourself. Of course, we can recommend you some people. If I see some expert is available on the market and, for example, we have a conversation or I ask, do you want to change your gig? They will probably say yes because of different reasons. They may be tired of the corporate structure of the brand they are working on is too big, their opinion is not, well treated, CEO doesn't listen to them, so they are lost in this corporate machine. So of course they want something new, they want, a fresh blood, they want to go with a new business. So then, when I feel that something like this is going on, then I recommend people and I do advise them the new projects where they can work with. You can hire your HR. HR can be either full-time or on project basis. Well, the truth is that in the beginning, you don't need an HR on a full-time basis. But there are HRs that focus on online gaming business. They understand what the good experts are looking like and they advise those. Project basis is the best thing to start with. It means that you need, let's say, 3, 4, 5 people, like your key people, and you go with HR and they bring you some candidates, you vet them out, you hire some, and you move on forward. So also HR companies, so headhunters. We do a lot of job with headhunters. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. It's very important to see the success rate of the headhunters. So the best ratio, I guess, for the headhunter is when they show the results, whether the people they find stay with some company for 5, 6 months and longer. It means that they found the right person for the right place. It means that people feel valued there and they stick to the company a long time. So when you understand all these parts, you'll be ahead of 95% of the business. And when you understand that you are ahead of 95% of the business, you realize that there is no much of competition. All your competition dies before they even start. They choose the wrong payment system providers, deposits or withdrawals never work, loyalty systems do not work, they cannot get the licensing. So they get stuck in the middle, they spend all the budget and they never launch properly. So it's probably 5% of people that start on the right foot and they are capable of getting this business from zero to ready to go live mode. That's it for this video. If you like this video, then thumbs up. If you want to see more of content like this, then follow this channel and see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.